Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, I decided that a lot of you guys really liked my last Barbie makeover slash transformation video, and a lot of you have requested to do another one. So I decided to give another one of my dolls a transformation. The doll that I'm going to be doing it to isn't brand new. I've had her for a long time, and I'm sure all of you guys know this doll because it was one of the very first curvy dolls. So I decided to give her a makeover because I don't use her at all, and I thought maybe if I would give her a transformation, I'm gonna use her more often. So here we have one of the very first curvy dolls that like came out. She's this one with the blue hair and a little like black hair with like some blue in it, and she is just a pale normal curvy doll. So I decided to give her a transformation. I thought I could do something fun with her hair, and also, as you can probably see, I literally just noticed this, but one of her eyes is bigger than the other. This one is smaller than that one, so I'm not gonna really pay much attention to that. I also might change a little bit of things on her face, add a little bit of touch-ups, and also hopefully get her onto a made-to-move body because made-to-move bodies are just so much more fun. So the first thing that I'm going to do, sit her down, and I'm going to brush her hair just to see what I'm working with. I personally really like the blue in her hair, but I was kind of thinking, how would she look like if I were to completely remove the blue and just have it all be black hair? I don't know, but I really like the blue. So what I'm gonna do, there's many different ways on how you can change your Barbie doll's hair. One is using a Sharpie. Second is rerooting, which is the best, but sadly, currently I cannot be doing that right now. I do not have any supplies for that. So my solution is to use pastels. I've used this in my previous transformation and it worked really good, and the pastel hasn't come off her hair ever since, which is really good, which I thought that it would because, you know, Sharpie I knew would work because Sharpie is like permanent, but this wasn't, but it worked. So I'm gonna use the exact same technique for her hair as well. So let me just take a peek and see what colors I have in here. Maybe one good color will pop into my head. All right, let's see. Ooh, all right. So personally, I don't know how it's gonna work though, because if I'm gonna want to change the blue on her hair, I'm gonna need to cover it in black first, but then if I'm gonna, I don't know. So first we're gonna need to get a black color, which is right here. It really leaves a residue on your hand just by you touching it. So you wanna be so careful with being close to the doll's face because it can leave a residue. You can obviously clean it off if you clean it off fast enough, but if it stays on for a while, it's gonna be a bit of a struggle. Okay, but before I apply color to her hair, I wanna keep her face safe from getting residues. So I'm just gonna take some tape and simply tape her face around, which will help a lot. Alright, now that I've got her face fully covered with tape and I went behind the ears, but I didn't go all the way behind her head because there is no blue in there and I'm only going to cover up the blue. So I did go all the way behind the ear because last time I didn't, and I left residues behind the ear. So you want to be really careful. So yeah, now I'm going to take a piece of printer paper, any paper, and just start coloring her hair with the black pastel. And I'm also going to take a piece of cardstock and grab some hair to help and put it underneath and then just start to cover it up.
Cause I can see the way you look and how you try
Okay, you guys, so I finished coloring in her hair, and as you just saw, I rinsed it off, and you can definitely see that she still has some blue, but it's obviously less than it was, which is the good part. So basically, if you don't know how the pastel technique works, it's not like Sharpie. Sharpie is permanent, so you only have to do it like once with Sharpie, but with pastels, you have to do it a couple of times until you're happy with your result and you're happy with your color. And you do have to go rinse it off, and obviously a little bit of it will come off and the color will show again, and then you'll have to keep doing it over and over. But you do want to wash it off though, because you don't want to have like, you know, hair covered with chalk and every time you touch it your hands are getting dirty. So I'm gonna do that again. Definitely a lot of it is covered now, so I just have a little bit more left to do. I'm going to get a fresh piece of paper because that one was completely covered with black pastel and it literally got everything dirty. And as you can probably see, the chalk that I was using is sort of running out now because I used so much on her hair, and it's definitely getting all over my hands. So I have baby wipes right next to me, and I wipe everything down. I find baby wipes working really good. And as you can see, I did get chalk a little bit over her body, but I don't care about that because I am going to change her to a made to move body, so it's totally fine. All I'm worried about is the face. So let's continue. I got a fresh piece of cardstock because that one was also destroyed and it was completely dirty. You also want to be very careful. You might want to go work in an area that you don't really care about because it will get really messy. So let's go. Okay, so you guys can see my hands are a disaster because they're so dirty and like everything is so dirty. Like I covered it as much as I possibly could. You can definitely see a difference between that and the actual hair color, but I'm gonna go rinse it off and see what color it's gonna turn out. Okay, you guys, so I'm having a little bit of a problem with the pastels. I've kind of gotten it all over her body, but I'm not really worried about her body because I am gonna change her onto made to move body, but I did get a lot on her face. I tried to get off as much as I possibly could. If only you guys would see how hard I was trying. I tried it with baby wipes. That did not help. I tried it with water. I tried it with a toothbrush. I tried it with everything. And then I just got a Q-tip with some chlorine and kind of just rubbed it on her face. It didn't help as much either, but I did get most of it off after a lot of rubbing. So I'm trying to be super careful not to get it onto her face. Her face is pretty clean now. Those are just her dimples, but like it came out again out of her hair, so this is kind of a fail for her hair, but it's just the top of the blue that's noticeable. The rest, if you take a look at the picture how it was before, there definitely is a difference now. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and wash out all the excess that I possibly can and just leave her hair with a color that she already is, and we could then just figure out if we're gonna have it straight or curly, because I do not want to use pastel on this doll anymore because I have suffered enough with her face. So now I'm just gonna go and simply wash the rest that I possibly can off of her face. So let's go wash her face, wash her hair. I don't think I'm going to use like shampoo, or maybe I could if but I also really want to be really careful so it doesn't get on her face at the same time. And now I'm just gonna grab a towel and dry her hair. A lot of pastel did come out into the sink, so that means that we got more of it out. And then I'm just gonna carefully wipe her face. Okay, so I washed off her hair and I kind of like shook her to dry it off. It is mostly out. The pastel is mostly out of her hair now, but you can still see that there's still some in there because the blue is kind of faded because obviously we covered it with pastel. But I think I'm gonna leave it at this because it gives it a bit more of a realistic look, like as if her hair is naturally blue. And you know, the black is growing out and the blue is growing in, or whatever, however you can explain that. But, or maybe she just put in highlights and they're kind of going away. But I want to leave it at like this because it was a little too much blue at first. I think this is better now, so I'm gonna leave it at this and just brush out her hair, and then we can figure out what we're gonna do with her hair next. And also be super careful not to get her face with her face dirty with the pastels again, because that will be I'll just give up then. Okay, now that her hair is fully brushed, it definitely is a lot more non-noticeable of the blue than it is on camera. It is less blue in real life, but the camera is just kind of catching most of the blue. But I think I'm gonna leave it at this, and I like that it's like the roots coming out or something. I don't know. But I do not like these split ends though, so I think I might have to trim her hair a little bit, but I don't want to because I love it really long. But I will have to because they are not cute. And then we can decide if we're gonna braid her hair or if we're just gonna leave it straight. So, girl, sit down. Let's get your hair cut. Oh. Okay, like I said, I'm going to go for a very light trim, so I hope I didn't just get her face dirty.
I just got her face dirty.
Thank God, it was a light damage, so you can't really... What is that? Can't really see it. But yeah, right now, you guys, I'm definitely recommending you guys to, like, not use pastels anymore. I don't know. My last transformation wasn't this horrific. I don't know if Sharpie does this. I don't think Sharpie does that, but pastels are just super crazy. Okay, I got my large scissors, and I'm gonna try to very carefully give her a trim. I'm also gonna go for, like, the messy kind of trim. I don't know what I'm talking about, but oh, come on, that's for right hand and I'm a left hand. Okay, and then we like gotta go from here. Don't want to like chop her hair off. That is kind of what I'm doing, but and now I'm gonna go like this way just to give it up. Okay, there we go, and let me just brush her hair out. Why can't you take a hint and just be loud? I don't know even why I'm using her with a chair when I'm like basically picking her up. Okay, I think I'm happy. So this is what her hair looks like now. I know not big of a difference, but I didn't want to make that big of a difference in the first place. Now what I have to do is clean this up. And just by touching her hair, I got residue on my hands, and using my hands, I could get her face dirty again. So I'm gonna go wash my hands. I don't know. I think I lost count of how much times I wash my hands throughout this procedure, but it's for the best. Okay, now I think I want to braid her hair, like in a lot of little braids, because I want her hair to be curly. So that is exactly what I'm gonna do. Time to sit down again, and time to braid her hair. But baby, I won't lie. I want you by my side. 'Cause I can see the way you look and how you try to. Okay, guys, so I've officially finished braiding her hair. I put them in a lot of little braids, and as you can see, my hands are really, really dirty, and I am so sad because I can easily get her face dirty, and this pastel thing was definitely not a good idea on this doll. So her face isn't that dirty yet, but if I'm going to get any residues on her face, I will definitely need to clean it off right away, because then it's gonna be too late, and like just by a touch of a finger, it's gonna be so hard to get it off. So you have to be really careful. And yeah, I'm just gonna let these braids sit for as long as I possibly want them to, which will probably have to be about a day or two. So yeah, now we're gonna need to work on the face, like the eyes and everything. Okay, so for her face, I am going to be using acrylic paint and toothpicks. So the first thing that I'm going to be working on is her lips. And last time, like you guys remember, I had a lot of struggles with finding the perfect lip color, but now that I know exactly what I'm going to use, and I'm going to use the exact same color as I did for my last transformation, which is going to be some brown, some pink, and some white acrylic paint. So let's start off by just simply pouring them out over here. Whoops. Okay, that's enough. And some brown. And then some white. And then just grab a toothpick or whatever you want. I like using toothpicks because they're like super small and they work really good. And just start by mixing these colors all together. I am kind of scared not to rip the paper though, because it's really thin and like I'm scratching it with the toothpick. Okay, this is the color that I want. So let's start painting it onto our doll. Okay, so here are her lips. I am actually really obsessed with them. They came out so cute and easier than last time. They look super gentle and really cute, so I'm really happy with the results. I am going to need to add Mod Podge on top though once they dry up because I do not want them to be removed by any scratches, you know. So I'm gonna seal them with some Mod Podge. Okay, so as you can see, I got my background a little dirty. So now this time I'm gonna fold the paper in half. That way it's a little bit stronger when I'm gonna be mixing the colors together. All right, I'm gonna put in my Mod Podge now that the lips are somewhat dry. Like that. All right, and now I'm gonna start figuring out what her eye color will be. I am really going for a like dark brown eye color because I think that would really match her. So I'm going to pour in the nutmeg brown out as well. And then along with that, I'm gonna add some white just so it wouldn't be too dark because we also will need to add the pupils. So we wanna notice the pupils too. And now simply just blend them together. And then I think I'm gonna add a little bit of black just because I want it to be just a little bit darker. And then just get a little bit, not like the whole entire thing. Okay, now this does not look like anything. I don't know what color it even is. So brown, here we come. There it is. So that's the color she's gonna have. So let's get a fresh toothpick and start painting her eyes. I'm sorry if I get out of frame a little bit. It is because I'm gonna be super focused on her eyes. So I'm sorry if anything happens. I'm gonna try not to, but like, you never know what might happen. Perfect. Okay, now let that dry, and then when it's dry, we're going to just fill in with the pupil. And now for the lips, I'm gonna just touch them up with Mod Podge with the other end of the toothpick. So just fill it in. It is gonna look really bad at first. Uh-oh, what is happening? I hope I'm not like ruining them. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry and the eyes, and then once they're fully dry, I'm going to continue with the rest of the eye and then the eyebrows. And then we could add like maybe some freckles, and then I think she'll look really cute with some freckles. So we're gonna have to wait for it to dry because it looks like the eyes are dry, but if you would touch them, they're not dry. So we gotta wait for them to dry. And I'm not gonna work on the eyebrows because I don't wanna ruin the eye. You know what I mean? Probably don't, but anyway, yeah, we're gonna have it dry. Okay guys, so her lips have dried and I was not planning on doing this, but look how it turned out. I don't know how this even happened. I think I must have scraped off the paint off her teeth while I was putting the Mod Podge on, but it looks so good because now we have teeth and we have a new lip color. And I'm gonna leave it like this because I personally really like it. It looks really pretty, like especially from far away if we don't get into the little close-ups. Hang on one second. Oh, come on. Or whatever. But yeah, now that her eyes are fully dry, I'm gonna add the pupils. So I'm just gonna grab some of this black that I used for the brown, so I don't waste any, because I will need a little bit anyway. So I'm just gonna get some of the black and super carefully draw the pupil. Okay, so now I'm gonna let the pupils dry, and then I'm going to add the like white little light shines just to make the eyes look a little bit more real. And yeah, now I'm just gonna try to do the eyebrows. I think I'm gonna use the same color as the eyes, you know, just to make it all be the same. Okay, and now I'm gonna get the other end of the toothpick and very carefully fix it all up. Okay, her eyebrows are done, and those are some good looking eyebrows, not gonna lie. But I feel like they're a little bit like messed up a little bit. That was so rude. So I'm just gonna fill them in one more time just for more coverage, but okay, no. That side looks good, so I'm not gonna touch it anymore. Just like that, and wow, she looks so pretty. She's gonna look even better when I add the brightness to her eyes. What I do think I should add is a little bit of the black and put it like on her as like eyeliner. I don't know, I'm just being interesting, but I think like that would add a little. Why is this as terrible as in real life and putting on eyeliner? Okay, that's really good, I'm gonna have to say. It did add a lot, and it really made her look a lot cuter. The pupils are still drying. They are really close to being dry, but they're not fully dry, because if I were to touch it, it's gonna like get liquidy again. So I'm gonna have it dry really good, and then I'm gonna add like the brightness to the eye. All right, so her pupils have dried off, so I'm going to get some white paint and just put it out here. Grab a clean toothpick again, and just add the dots. That is not a perfect circle, come on. Okay, okay. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need to get the black again. Okay, now we have to wait again. Okay guys, so this is the final look for her eyes. I really like it. The like white stuff was a little bit too big, so I had to like shrink it down a little bit. I know it's not even, but I think it looks really good. Now I think I should add her freckles, because I think freckles will add so much, because they will just look so cute on her. So what I'm gonna do, while everything was drying up, obviously all the paint has dried up as well, so I'm gonna have to re-put it all in. I don't know if I should use the same color as her eyebrows, or I should just use like a fresh amount of brown. I think I should add in just a little bit of black, just to make it a little bit more realistic. And then just mix these two colors. Really, okay, this brown is very liquidy for some reason. I don't know what is happening. Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to simply just add the freckles. I'm not gonna add a lot, but I don't want to make them be like perfect. I'm gonna like spot them anywhere, but I want to make it look like freckles. I feel like freckles are just so cute. Okay, so this is all I'm gonna add. I was kind of thinking of adding some on the forehead, but I don't think I'm gonna, because it looks more natural this way. I almost forgot to seal the eyes with Mod Podge, so that is what I'm gonna do. Have her right here. I don't think I'm gonna do it to the freckles, because it's gonna look really weird if like her face is shining like her lip. So I'm gonna get a toothpick. Anyways, and I'm just gonna very carefully fill her eyes in with the Mod Podge. Gotta get like a big bloop. Okay, I know she might look a little scary right now, but it'll definitely look a lot better once the Mod Podge dries up. Okay guys, so this is now the next day. I let everything dry and I left the hair in the braids. So as you can see, the face looks really good. The Mod Podge dried on her eyes, and her freckles just add so much. Like I said in the beginning, I don't know if you guys remember, but I said that this eye was smaller than the other. But I think once I added the eyeliner, it kind of extended it to be bigger, and now they look the same, which I'm really happy for. So now I'm gonna change her to a made to move body, but I will leave her hair in curls while I'm doing that, because I don't want to take her hair out and then take her head off, and it's just gonna ruin the curls. So I'm gonna carefully change her onto a made to move body. So okay, now she's on a made to move body, and now what I want to do is I want to change her outfit, because this dress I'm also gonna throw away because it already got dirty in the pastel. It's not that noticeable on camera, but it's like really dirty up here on the top, and I don't want this dress anymore because it's destroyed. So for her new outfit, I'm choosing a pair of black leggings. I feel like this outfit should be like super chill, like super comfy. So these black leggings and a extra large hoodie, which will make her be super comfortable. Oh, and for the shoes, I'm going to give her these Adidas tennis shoes. So it's like a very cute put together outfit. Okay, her outfit is on. Whoops. some fuzz from the sweater. But anyway, I really like her braids, and it would be really cute if I would leave them like this, but I was kind of planning on her having curly hair, so I'm gonna have to take them out because I wasn't planning on having braids in the first place, because if I would have, then I would have definitely made them smaller and wouldn't have left her like this. She has her black leggings on and this oversized hoodie and her sneakers. Okay, perfect. Now it's time to take out the braids. I'm so excited. I'm hoping that the hair is at least a little bit curled because I worked hard. Okay, so let's sit her down and take out these braids. I'm so excited. I'm sure they should be ready by now because I gave them enough time to. My hands are definitely gonna be in pastel, so that's fun. Actually, I'm gonna get a pair of scissors and just cut off the hair ties instead of, you know, where are my scissors? Oh, here they are. What in the world? Finally. Yo. Okay, my hands are getting a little bit dirty from the pastels already, so I have to be super careful not to get it anywhere on her face or on her clothing. But now I'm pretty sure I can start to take out the braids. It's gonna take even longer. Okay, you guys, so this is what her hair looks like, and I am absolutely obsessed with it. Look at how pretty it is, and it's like super fluffy. You can do so much different things with it. And yeah, I definitely am gonna brush it out a little bit, but I don't want to touch it too much because I don't want to ruin the curls. You can always recurl it if it gets uncurly, so yeah, but I'm so happy with the result. I definitely am super happy I didn't give up when her face was filled with pastels. But anyway, I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Please do, because I really tried my hardest on this doll. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new and you haven't already. You guys, we are so close to 1,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. It's so crazy. Thank you so much. And let me know down in the comments what you think about this transformation. I personally love her so much. She did look really good before, but she looks really good now too, and I really love it. She definitely looks like a whole new person, like a chill girl. I don't even know, but she looks super pretty and I love her hair. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Barbie's Awesome World. There I post behind the scenes on my Instagram story of my new upcoming videos, so be sure to not miss out on that stuff. And with all this being said, I'm gonna see you guys next time. Bye!